Top of the morning, top of the night, whatever the case may be. My name's Ben Matthews, aka Ben Time Traveler. I am who I say I am. Your government with inside the government ain't. Trust me on this. I know these things. I really don't want to talk about politics today, but I got something to say, and then I'll go off on another subject here. The United States government, we all know, is a piece of shit. They're traitors against their own people, but other countries too. They sat there. The United States government gave Iran information about Israel's future attack on Iran. Different. It's supposed to be a couple military bases. But think about this. The United States, the Biden administration and Harris administration went and told Iran the plans that Israel had to attack Iran. That's some dirty, straight up shit right there, man. I don't care what anybody says. That's just straight up bullshit, man. If you don't know who's good and bad by now, I don't know what to tell you, man. If you don't know that evil is right in front of your face, I feel bad for you, man. Because if you ain't of that of God and God's army, you got a lot to fear. Trust me. But if you're that of God and God's army, you got nothing to fear. They're the ones that fear. But anyway, get that politics out of the way and shit, man, because Trump's definitely winning Michigan. I don't give it what anybody says. There's just so many Trump signs. I see more Trump signs right now than I did the first time Trump ran. There's some Harris signs that started popping up of recent, like in the last week. But I've been all over Michigan of late, and it just everywhere it seems I go is Trump signs, Trump signs, Trump signs, Trump signs. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I'm just saying I'm confident enough that he's going to win Michigan. Knowing what I know anyway. Okay, now let's get off the politics things. There's a article, which I already know what I'm about ready to say, but I'll share it with each and every one of you, of different military bases talking about these drones. They're not really drones, they're probes. I tried explaining this before about the probes, but anyway, they say drones, and they keep, all these papers are talking about, mostly they're watching them. They're sitting there watching the mothership release these drones over these military bases. And most of the article, because there's different military bases and different people talking about this, say there ain't nothing the military can do about it. They're too fast, and the way they maneuver and stuff. But this is the United States of America, but it's happening all around the world, just for everybody knows. I mean, I've been knowing this for a while about the probes. They call them drones. They're probes, man. Okay, it's just like some of the stuff that people witness with so-called aliens. Not all of them are real aliens in the aspect of what you would think of as an alien. Okay, uh, you got alienoids, like a humanoid, an alienoid. That's it. And there's reasons for that. Just like you as a human species, you can't travel great distances and through time and space, blah blah blah, because your body's not made for that. But alter your body and alter and change things around and shit. Boom, boom, and a bing, bada bing. You are going to Mars. You know, you are going to Mars. You are traveling through space and time, but not a as a human being in your body as you would think. That's the Bible talks about it too, man. But the Bible tells the truth about a lot of things about aliens, man, in different worlds. But anyway, I'm reading that article, and because I've known this forever, especially about the orbs, because that's what they are. They're probes, call them orbs, probes, but they're not really drones in that aspect, because you know what a drone looks like. these are round, and anyway, I won't go into great detail about that. But this information being released, once again, being leaked, if you want to say, there's a reason for it, man. There's a damn good reason for it. And then I come out here, and I've been talking since I got here about parallel universes. You that follow me on my YouTube channel for all these years, you know that I talk about parallel universes. It's just like an onion, man. Peel away a layer of onion, there's another layer underneath that one. That's a parallel universe. Pull that piece of that back, there's another parallel universe. Just like an onion, peeling away an onion. I'm the only one that comes out, I know for a fact, talk about black holes devouring everything. And they say nothing can escape a black hole. And I went through that with Stephen Hawking. I know I talked about that. And I talk about the backside of the black hole. And what it does is it creates that parallel universe. Okay. The only thing I ain't really been able to figure out yet is dark matter. But I'm pretty close to figuring that out too, man. And it has to do in relationship to parallel universes. And, I ain't completely figured it out yet, so I don't want to go into too much detail shit about dark matter, because I don't want to be wrong and, look, he's an idiot, But I've been right about pretty much basically everything, man. And when you got parallel universes, things can come into your universe, your parallel universe, your now, and eventually vice versa. You'll be able to go into theirs. But a lot of people sit there and because the Lord Jesus Christ, King of Kings, he's talked about angels, aliens, over and over and over and over and over. And he tells you about the bad aliens. He goes in great details to tell you what's going to happen. There goes this guy. He's got TV commercial, health insurance commercial here around this area. Shit, he's always on TV, always, man. And he just drove by and shit, man. I recognized that guy because it's from the TV. But you think of a intelligent life form that's let's just say 1,000 years older than you guys, the human species in your now. Think of their technology that they got. Think of a advanced, intelligent life form that's 50,000 years older than you. Think of the technology that they would have. Think of a million years. Think of the technology that they would have. We're just right now, and you're just little babies learning, not even learning to crawl yet, man. You're just starting to open your eyes. You're just born, in reality, to other intelligent life species, not only in other parallel universes, but this universe that you're in now too. Just like yesterday, driving down the road, looking at the moon in the morning, sun's just popping up, and I watched that orb. Literally, I don't know if it was always sitting in front of the moon because I was watching the moon for quite a while, but as it came away from the moon, I could see it. But when it was in front of the moon, probably couldn't see it because it blended right in. Perfect disguise. But once it moved, I could see it. And it was one of them orbs, the white ones, because there's black ones too. But one of the white ones looks like a big ball of energy is what they look like. They just look like a big old ball of electricity up there just traveling. But it wasn't a satellite. It was too low to be a satellite. It would have been higher. And it would have dimmed it out a lot quicker. Hell, I sat there and got out of the car, went live. How long does that take? Got to go and got live and shit, man. And then started filming it. By the time I would have done all that, because I film satellites all the time. By the time I would have done all that, man, that satellite would have dimmed out, man. I filmed the International Space Station flying over my head, and it does the same thing, man. It gets bright as it comes towards you, and then it starts to dim away real quick. I mean, less than, I don't know, 30 seconds. That's about the process. About 30 seconds, dark to fading away. This thing stayed. The only reason it got so far away, it was still bright, man. But it just got so far away that I couldn't see it with the phone or naked eye anymore because it was so far away. And it went northeast. Which I live in Port Huron, Michigan, man. You could Google it and just take a straight line and run it northeast, and you'll see, because it goes towards Canada, you'll see that there's nothing really in that direction, man. Nothing. I ain't really went and researched it and see if there's any military bases up over towards Canada side, but the one we got, Selfridge, and it was nowhere near Selfridge's. The sun was, or the moon was in the west. Selfridge is more southwest. So I'm trying to think of what's towards the west. Nothing that I could think of that where that orb to be in that area. But I do believe it was sitting in front of the moon for who knows how long, man. Just sitting in front of the moon, and then all of a sudden it moved and came out of the face of the moon and went across the sky. It kind of blew my mind, because I see the orbs a lot, man. I see the black ones too. I used to see them a lot more back in the days my earlier days when I first got here. And they were geoengineering up there. They used to like to hang around the chemtrail lines. I don't, and knowing what I know exactly they were monitoring and testing what was going on. You know, curiosity, just, well, what are them stupid humans doing, And they were testing and analyzing. Sure as shit, I know that's what they were doing. And okay, once they get all that information, they boom, it's because they're a lot more advanced and intelligent than you. They don't need to keep doing it over and over all the time, man. They just got their analyzed what they were needed to do and figured out what's going on and moved on with their business again, man. They love military bases and nuclear sites. Earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, hurricanes. They monitor all that shit. And that's another thing. Biden can kiss my ass because he's a liar. Because I sat there before people started coming out with the story. I seen the radar. I seen them zap it with, you could see it fucking come right into the hurricane just before it got to the coast of Florida and shit, man. And they dispersed it, broke up all that rain, and just started falling from the sky and shit. And that's what caused all the flood. They're not telling me no different. No different at all, man. And the bad aliens, because the government may not be lying. Oh, we're not geoengineering. Maybe the government ain't lying to you. Maybe they are. They're allowing them to do it, but nonetheless, the government's saying we ain't doing it. Then you have the good aliens, good angels, sitting there analyzing what the hell is going on, see how much damage it's doing to the vegetation throughout the world, the animals, the human species, etc. Nice day yesterday, beautiful day today, man. My trees finally turning colors. Hang on, man. They get a nice redness to them. No, hang on. Only for humanity. What up? God bless you too, brother. This message is held for review. Hi, Ben. MH, Fizzy1Z, message retracted. Well, visit your channel. Yeah, okay. MH got that. Cool. How do I get out of that? Okay, I see that. I had to bet MH. Cool, I didn't have to do anything. Good job. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here in Michigan. My castor bean plants got over, I'd say probably 8 foot. I didn't think they were gonna grow because they struggled, man. They didn't start growing to the end of September, beginning of this month. But they shot up, man. They might be 10 foot. I don't know. Got males and females. I trim them up, man, and get my driveway, man. I couldn't get my driveway because they got so massive, man. Then my neighbors painted their house, and the painter painting the house, he asked him what kind of pine tree that was I got growing there. Told him I didn't know how to pronounce the name of it, but I took a picture of it and it popped up, showed him. He said, "Man, that's an awesome pine tree." And I told him, I said, "Yeah." I said, "I could sit in my house and watch it grow an inch while I'm sitting there." It's a freak, man. I'm telling you. I planted 4 of them all the same size. They all are the same size except that one. It just the pine needles turn yellow. They should start turning yellow here pretty soon. They turn yellow, looks like the tree's gonna die and shit. But that's just the way it is, man. My other neighbor tried telling me he had one like that, but his ain't nowhere near like mine. Mine's almost as tall as his. He brought his shit, and it was a almost mature tree, man. I don't know where they got money. They can go out and buy a mature tree. I got to plant them from young ones. But, okay, back. All right. Who's that? What's up, Bobby? Oh, sorry about that rain, man. You guys went through some shit, man. No question about it. You guys don't mind if I smoke, do you? Cool, because I don't mind. Yeah, I've been having a lot more bad days than I have good days, man. It is what it is, you know. Get up there my age and shit, man. But today's a good day. Yesterday was a good day. That COPD commercial you see on TV. You just don't know how I feel. I know how you feel, baby. Mm-hmm. You know, like I said before, I'm addicted to cigarettes and marijuana, man. But I think I was an alcoholic and I could quit drinking. But cigarettes, man, they're a stronger, stronger beast, man. And I'm never gonna give up weed, man. You know, when I die, bury me deep, put some pot between my feet, put some papers in my hand, I'll be token in promising land. That's the way I feel. Never gonna give up smoking weed. It's it's good medicine, man, for the body and the mind and soul. They say it leads to harder drugs and shit, man. It actually helped me stay away from harder drugs and alcohol too. As a matter of fact, this is what helped me quit drinking. Couldn't imagine if I fucking still drank and shit, man. Holy shit, I've been chain smoking marijuana. I forgot my coffee, man. It's a bummer. You know what's even more of a bummer? Going to the grocery store anymore. Spending 400 or 500 hours. Well, I'm spending about almost $400 a month for groceries. You know, I don't buy it weekly and shit. I buy it by the month. Got big freezers and shit. And now it's almost $600. You know, it's like you gotta cut corners, tighten your belt. Well, hell, I can't tighten and cut no more, man. Just can't do it. So I'm almost about ready to sit down and shut up and eat my bugs, you know? Eesh. Burger King's new Halloween Whopper. Look at the meat, man, on that thing. I think they're tricking people in that fake vegetable burger, man. I honestly do, man. I won't buy it. A friend of mine brought one and he opened it up, looked at it, and I told him that meat don't even look like real meat, man. You know, the only thing difference is just the cheese and the bun. And dude, man, look at that meat. Pull my double cheeseburger out. Man. Look at this, how brown and nice. It look like a hamburger. Yours don't look like a hamburger. I think they're trying to trick people, man. Just saying, man. Looking up at the sky, man, might get lucky. That's the bummer. When I had my camcorder, I used to capture all kinds of orbs, UFO unidentified objects, but orbs, because I know the difference, man. You know, I ain't from around here, man. I know the difference. But anyway, I ain't got my camcorder no more because I left it out in the rain. Been wanting to buy a new one, but it's other things we got to do, man. We, get Trump back in office first. But anyway, yeah, I used to go out and sit there and UFO hunts, just watch the skies with my camcorder, catch a lot of shit, man, And then all of a sudden, I wrecked that shit and I don't see much anymore. I really don't. I don't see much anymore. So I was surprised yesterday, man, when that orb popped up out of the moon like that, man, well in front of the moon. That really surprised me, man. And I'm surprised the phone even picked it up, man. And a camcorder is cool because you can literally zoom in with that camcorder and you can literally later on go and edit the video to stabilize it, shit, man, and get a better view of what you're looking at, man, than these cell phones, man. Even if you stabilize it when you upload it and shit, man, it's still you can't tell. It just looks like most people. I don't know what it looks like, man. I know what it is, man. It's like a ball of energy when you look at it, shit. But it's actually an orb. It's just the energy from around it, shit, man. A reverse electric magnetic energy. Oh, did I say that? Yeah, they're trying to tell us something. Oh, the military can't do. We already know the military can't do nothing about these UFOs and orbs, and we already know, especially the ones from parallel universes, man. You can't touch that, man. You know, there's good ones and bad ones, just like the human species. There's good humans and bad humans, man. The opposite of everything, man. So when I'm trying to with the dark matter, I'm trying to reverse it with the opposite of dark matter. Because once you understand, you can understand what dark matter really consists of. Like I said, I kind of got a general idea, man. And it'll blow a lot of people's mind, man. But you think of parallel universes overlaying, like I said, an onion, overlaying in between that space of them layers is the dark matter itself. Without the dark matter, you wouldn't have the parallel universes. That's why space and time is endless, because even in your now that you live in, it's expanding outward. And even if it ever did come to an end, you still got another parallel universes below that. So space and time is never going to end. Because there is some theory that because the universe is expanding outward, that it's going to come to an end, that it will no longer expand anymore. But I don't believe that, man. I don't think there's an end to any of it. I ain't never witnessed no end to any of it. I witnessed the end to different species. Even in your own now, in your own world, your witnesses the disappearance of species. Different reasons, you know. Asteroids, volcanoes, disease, humans. I like to invest my mind into these things, you know, because you're just gonna focus on all this negative crap in your now and shit, man. It's gonna do nothing but give you ulcers, man, and stress you out, you know. Well, when you educate your mind with things that you may not understand, but at least it keeps you honest in the mind, you know. Because let's face it, man, I won't have too much longer, and I probably will not remember these things. It is what it is, you know. And it's just like learning a second language. Your mind becomes more rejuvenated, more becomes more active. You know, it keeps you your brain more healthier, younger. You know, just by learning another language, and you always got to at a certain age. You always got to keep thinking of new things, keep investigating new things, keep that brain working and shit. Because if you keep living in the past like these lefties are and shit, man, your brain's not gonna advance. It's just gonna your memory's just gonna fade away, man. You always got to keep and I don't care if it's starting. You never cooked and shit in your life, man. Start cooking and learning how to cook. You know, you just gotta keep the mind fresh with new things, man. They don't have to be things about dark matter, black holes, time and space, or any of that. You know, just keep the mind working, man, with new things, man. Keeps the gear going, man. Because if you just sit around, man, worrying about all this shit day in and day out, man, you're not using your brain. You're not regenerating it. You're not recharging it. You're dulling the battery, so to speak, getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And I hope a lot of you take that to heart too, man. Like I said, it don't have to be learning a new language, you know. Just keep learning new things, man. Keep your brain busy. So I watch these people time in and time out, man. Just focus on the misery and the sorrow and the pain and shit, man. And don't get outside that realm and just waste away. Their brain just wastes away, man. I feel sad, but but the medical side and science side ain't gonna tell you all that shit because the less of you, the happier they are. Which they talk about the population of the earth, but the United States of America got to allow millions and millions of illegal aliens into this country because they need to fill these jobs and blah, blah, blah that don't really exist anyway because 90% of them just get on the system, the welfare system. But like Elon Musk said, if we were keep making babies, we wouldn't have that problem, Wouldn't have that problem. The world can handle it. Mm-mm. They don't want that. They want to go to Africa, man, and sterilize all them women and men. And they don't want the nuclear family in the United States of America, Great Britain, or anywhere else and shit, man. They don't want the nuclear family, man. Shame on you. I did my part. I made my babies. Yeah. Took a road trip this morning with a friend of mine. We drove the Riverway, man, all the way north, up towards on the side of Lake Huron. And man, that mist fog coming off the lake, it was pretty awesome, man. But it was also pretty thick, man, to be driving in, but it was pretty awesome, man. Went all the way up to Bad Axe, to the tip of the thumb. Nice little ride today, this morning, last night, early this morning, I guess, or late last night, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I don't know how many he's ever seen orbs before, man. They don't. They're not very high either. They're not very big either, man. They're smaller than a Volkswagen. Them are the probes. Them are them. The orbs are the probes, and let me explain this again. They're the ones that monitor different things, man. They send them out to do different jobs and shit. And you got different ones too, and that do different operations, shit. And then you get different species of intelligent life forms that are doing different things, and you got the good ones, you got the bad ones. But anyway, the orbs they're the ones monitoring shit, man. Black ones are dangerous. The black orbs, yeah, they're why they're. I don't, guess that's why they're black, huh? I don't know. Never gave that much thought, but now I just think about it. Yeah, I guess that's why they're black. Evil. And them ones do like to hide, kind of keep themselves, kind of not like to be seen to, not like the white ones. They don't care, man. Hello, But the black ones, they like to blend in mostly into the storm clouds and shit, nighttime. But yeah, they like to kind of blend in. That's why you'll see on YouTube videos and shit. You see more white ones than you do any of the black ones. You very seldom see any black ones. But if you YouTube black orbs, maybe black UFOs, you'll see what I'm talking about. And then YouTube, white ones, white UFOs, white orbs. Most people just describe them as balls of energy. But you can see it, compare the differences to them. But they're the same size. They're about the size of a Volkswagen. Remember when them round things were falling out of the sky and shit, and nobody knew what they were and shit, man, all crazy looking and shit. hmm And then there's the ones that were round metal. You could tell them that them ones were man-made, man, but the other ones you couldn't tell. That's like us, because that's like I'm saying, man, don't let the government fucking keep pulling on your fucking veggie burger and shit, man. 'Cause they know everything. They just don't. They don't know everything, but they know that they ain't got no chance at all, man, of ever taking on these things, man. They ain't got the technology and won't have the technology for a long, long time, man. But you won't survive that long anyway. I mean, think as a human species, you're capable enough to go to another planet and sit there and observe it for thousands and thousands of years from just like they do to us, and just watch the process and process, never interfere, and then all of a sudden that species of intelligent life forms destroys itself. But you're sitting there watching history of another species. That's pretty cool. It's the ones that interfere, the evil, the fallen ones. I just have something go zipping by my face and I'm looking outside my side window, man. It wasn't a bug. It looked like, one of those spiral things. You see them on YouTube too, talking about spiral things, man. People filming shit going by. And scientists don't know what the hell they are because they're moving so damn fast. Yeah, go watch some football. I'm watching the one over there over across the pond this morning, but I ain't much into that. What time is it? Yeah, gotta go get the party goods ready. Nachos. Sunday, I don't like cooking on Sunday, man. I like to make something around 2 o'clock and call it dinner. Be done with it, sit down and watch my football. I like football. I like baseball too. Well, I guess I said about nothing for too long. Maybe we'll smoke another joint, man. I ain't gonna smoke no more of that, though, man. That shit's a beast. Smoke one of these. 30% outside grown. Yeah. Well, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I went and got some weed. This was flower weed, 30% THC, grown outside, $15 an ounce. Right? I know. The taste ain't you know, all the way. It probably tastes probably about 60% to my likings, but hey, $15 an ounce, 30% THC and grown outside. I'll take it. I brought I brought weed for $150 at 14% THC. Wasn't impressed at all. Yeah, I drive out of town to get my shit because we got 4 dispensaries here, but they're gonna have a fifth one. But for one of these, they want about $35, where I get 3 for $30. Gotta be cheap. Gotta be cheap, man. I didn't vote for the guy. I'm just saying, gotta be cheap, man. Can't wait till we have a new president. Yeah, it is what it is on YouTube anymore. Can't. When first got here, it used to just be the attack, the doxing and just the abuse and shit of people talking and doing all kinds of, that then just got to the point where YouTube shut down anybody on the right side, and the Lord Jesus Christ's side just kind of shut them all down and let the evil just run rampant and shit, man. Just like the news, man. Son of a bitch. We've always known the news was bullshit, man. God, man, they straight up don't give a shit about editing shit anymore. They don't give a shit if anybody catches them editing videos and shit. They just don't, you know. But they never have gave a shit. Russia, Russia, Russia. And they got right in line and fucking spread that shit right across and shit, man. But now it's so bad, man. Them motherfuckers are. I wait till the artificial intelligent fucking news comes into play and shit, man. Motherfuckers be showing you a plane crash by terrorists and shit, man. It's all AI and shit setting us off to go to fucking another war, you know? And don't think it ain't gonna happen because it's gonna happen. You know, they, they reverse engineered a lot of this shit, man. And the sad part about it is, oh, we'll use it against their enemies. Well, who's their enemies? You, the peasants. You know, God warned us all about this, man. Warn us about them, man. The World Wide Web, 666, whatever way you want to look at it. When the world's covered in a spider web, then the days are near. You can call it the way you want, man. The truth is just that. The truth is the facts, man. The facts are the truth. And the Lord Jesus Christ, King Kings, told us the whole story, how it began and how it's going to end, man. And I know my ending has the most peaceful, loving, continue existence. So it's not going to be an ending for me. It's going to continue. And all those that don't believe, too late to drop to your knees. Yeah, leaves are turning colors, man. They started earlier last month, and then all of a sudden, that process just stopped for about almost 4 weeks. They're even covering it on the news saying it was that the leaves are changed a month early, and then all of a sudden they stopped talking about that, and for about, I don't know, about 4 weeks everything stayed normal, and just now they start to change, man. We had the news just shut up, don't talk about that. You can't talk about that. Read from the script we sent you. Get in line, man. If you don't get in line and get in step, man, you're gonna get in line and get in step going to them re-education camps that don't exist. Just like the housing, man. You know, expand to your future, and they want a family and 8 living in a 2-bedroom apartment. You know, that's it. 1-bedroom apartment. Most of them don't even got bedrooms. They got a room, man. And they want to stack you on top of each other and shit, man. Well, they have their way. That's what's gonna happen. But you can't go outside the little cities and shit, man, because you got everything you need right here. You got your Dollar General. You don't need to go anywhere. They got everything, you know. What we call a Dollar General, called People's Market. We'll call it the People's Market. They act like we're giving them something. And that's where they can go get shot for their bugs and their vegetable burgers and vegetable hot dogs. And well, we won't give them real vegetables. No, 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 no. I told you you're gonna have to have a card to travel through all fucking before that virus even hit. I described the medical card you're gonna have to travel. That's was a test run for the future and shit, man. To be traveling outside your little zoned in cities, your re-education camps. That's exactly what they be. All right, man. We're gonna kick it, man. Cousin walking down the street, man. Peace, love, and understanding. Much respect, man. God bless each and every one of you, and have a beautiful day, man. And go Lions.